In this video, we are going to set up an IDE to create a Hello World console application in Java. I'm using Visual Studio Code. You can use other IDEs, either local IDEs that you installed on your computer or any online Java IDEs, integrated development environment. Let's get started. I have a dark mode set up, so the contracts might look slightly different than yours. Let's quickly go through the anatomy. This is the Explorer part of Visual Studio Code, where you see the folder demo that I just set up. There's an area where you can create new files and some of the recently used folders that are associated with this Visual Studio Code IDE and some of the other useful stuff. You'll see a lot of selections here. You don't have to worry about them, but if you mouse over, you'll see what they are over time. What I want you to pay attention to is this whole terminal area. This is your CMD or command windows on Windows, CMD in Mac. So this text terminal is where you'll see all of your command lines and the executions associated with running a hello world. Now, this was from my previous run. I'm going to set a new hello world program from scratch. Let's get started. Let me clear this. First thing first, let's create a new file. And I want this to be a Java file. And I want this to be a class. And let's type in hello world. Enter. This creates a dummy. You can also type this from scratch. It's really easy to do. Now, you can mouse over these light bulb. This will show you some of the suggestions that the IDE thinks that you want to do. You don't have to worry about this either. Let's create a quick point of entry, and that is your main function. So we're going to say public, static, void, main, and remember there's arguments associated with this function. You can call it args. Save. You can keep saving the file, and if there's any syntactical errors, your local IDE should be able to give you warning. But since we don't see any, let's proceed. We want to print out our hello world, so let's use system out print line. As stated before, system out print line is your facility in Java to print out anything to the console. This anything has to be string, so we're going to call it hello world. Make sure you end it with a semicolon. There's a lot of these syntax we're going to go over later on. Save and run it. As you can see, the execution involves running this hello world. And if you had your IDE set up already, you don't have to worry about the configurations. So the end result is hello world. And this is it. A very simple console application that allows you to pretty much get started with any Java application programming. You can use other Java IDEs like JetBrains, IntelliJ IDEA. There's also Eclipse from Apache, which is free. MyEclipse. There's a whole bunch of other online Java compilers too that you can use for the purpose of creating a hello world and any other software application, but just bear in mind their accessibility. I'd like you to spend some time going through your hello world, and with regard to any IDEs you use, stick with it. All right, this completes our hello world console application demo.